Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reached out to Kashmir Valley, battling its worst ever floods in 6 decades. The Prime Minister, who made an aerial survey of the worst affected parts of the state, has promised all possible help to flood-ravaged the state. He in fact called Jammu Kashmir loss as country's loss. The Prime Minister held a high-level meeting on the flood relief and devastation in large parts of the valley. Extending a dash of diplomacy to the mega efforts to secure the flood-ravaged valley, the Prime Minister offered help to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir region too, which is also battling the flood fury. The visit comes on the heels of the worst ever flooding in Kashmir Valley. Worst since independent India had seen. At least 160 people have been killed and 400 villages completely submerged in water after non-stop rains in the past 5 days. More than 20,000 people have been displaced, with property worth hundreds of crores of rupees said to have been destroyed in the floods. Modi was earlier in a meeting with Umar Abdullah, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, along with other senior officials, discussing the flood situation of the state. The extent of destruction in the valley can be gauged from the army's statement that the situation in the state is as grim as it was in Uttarakhand last year. The armed forces have launched a massive rescue operation to save those trapped in the flood fury. 5 C-130J Hercules aircraft have been pressed into service to carry flood relief material into Jammu and Kashmir. 1 heavy lift C-17 and 2 IL-76 aircraft, along with a slew of AN-32 aircrafts, have also been pressed into action. This is over the 26 helicopters that have been put on the job as well. Apart from the NDRF and Army engineering teams, boats from Pune, Gandhinagar and Ghaziabad, along with Kanpur, are being flown in, along with blankets, tents and medical supplies.
Kashmir Valley is witnessing an unprecedented kind of flow of water. As you can see, complete inundation of roads and all other areas. These are the main roads of the valley, and this is the condition. Water has gushed into almost all main roads and main colonies. People are being evacuated with great difficulty. We are actually on one of the rescue parties, and this is how trucks are being sent in, and somehow people are trying to get out with the rescuers. This team has just got out this bunch of people from one of the affected area and now are bringing them back to safer locations. These are the kind of visuals that we're witnessing all across. With the cameraman Tariq Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for headlines.
My colleague Shujaul Haq in fact has sent this report from Srinagar on the situation on the ground.
When the entire Kashmir Valley is witnessing unprecedented kind of situation because of these floods, people have come out and set up these community kitchens on roadsides. A lot of them want to distribute this so that there will be some relief in the situation. Here in one of these areas of Srinagar city, as you can see, scores of people coming out, doing this self-help work, trying to help each other, wishing and hoping and praying that somehow the situation improves here. The damage that has been caused by these floods is contained somehow. Let me just try and speak to some of them who are making this here. Aapka naam bataiye?
Mohammed Shafi Sofi. ये आज बन गए।
कब देना है लोगों को?
अभी लेना शाम तक।
आसपास कितनी हालत खराब है?
बहुत हालत खराब है।
लोग फंसे हैं डल में। राहत पहुंच रही है, क्या कर रहा है सरकार? कुछ भी नहीं,
सरकार कुछ नहीं करेगा। हाँ,
That is how we have more people here. आपका नाम बताइए. आपका
मेरा नाम तुराब हुसैन है. हम लोग हैदराबाद से आए हैं. लास्ट 6 दिन से यहाँ पे स्टक है.
अच्छा.
और इन लोगों के लिए खाने के लिए बहुत प्रॉब्लम है. खाना नहीं है इनके पास. तो सब लोग ने कंट्रीब्यूट किया है इसके लिए. कंट्रीब्यूट करके इन सब लोग को बांट रहे हैं.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you very much. That is the kind of community self-help that one is witnessing here on the ground. At different places, people have started coming out on their own and preparing these small little community kitchens on the roadsides, coming out, helping each other in this crisis situation. With cameraman Roof, Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Headlines Today.
In fact, we also have the latest shots of destruction and desperation from Srinagar, a city which is seeing the worst flooding since independence. It's a picture of misery and chaos in Jammu and Kashmir capital. As you can see, the entire city seems to be under many feet of water. Water from an overflowing Jhelum river. From the Dal Lake that have breached embankments and flooded the old areas of Srinagar. 5 days of non-stop rains have caused unprecedented floods. The flood waters entering many more residential areas in Srinagar today. Even the historic Lal Chowk area with all its shops and commercial establishments is submerged in water. Srinagar Airport, the newly built railway station, the Badami Bagh army cantonment are also underwater.
Srinagar is virtually flowed under. This is the kind of water that has come out of the rivers which are flowing way above their normal and usual mark. An unprecedented amount of water, and look at this. Look at this. This is complete destruction of most parts of Srinagar city. An unprecedented kind of weather has caused it. Throughout the night, people were trying and groping for something that they could help them. We don't even have an idea of the kind of destruction that has happened. Thousands of people are still caught, trapped, and have no idea of how to connect to any other part of the world. The communication networks are down. In rural areas for last 2 days, people have not been able to communicate. This is the kind of weather that we are witnessing here in Srinagar. Well, look at this. People are being evacuated in emergency response vehicles, but even that is proving out to be futile. Vehicles get stranded right in the middle of the water, and then the cranes have to be brought in, and then they are brought out of these miseries. With cameraman Tariq, Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Headlines Today.
Game situation there, and life in valley has come to a complete standstill, with most roads and highways blocked either due to landslides or flood waters. This is the view from the top over Jammu and nearby regions. Images of destruction as clear as they could be. Acres of fields inundated with water, crops destroyed, cattle dead, thousands displaced from their homes and now are living as refugees. Meanwhile, the army has gone on an overdrive to clear landslides on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway. The highway has been shut the past 2 days because of major rains. Mission Sahayata, in fact, has been launched by the army. This involves more than 60 army columns, 13 engineering teams. The effort also includes providing accommodation to hundreds of people.
After 4 days of flash floods and rains, now the Tavi river water level has come down. You can see the water level is very low, and yesterday there was a water level around more than 20 feet. Now today is just like 9 feet, and it's a calm in the side area. You can see the another bridge of the Tavi bridge. Yes, last year it was inaugurated by the Chief Minister Umar Abdullah, but one of the span has broken, and the movement on the bridge has been totally stopped because of there is any casualty can take place. You can see the area. This is the part of the bank of the Tavi river. The water level was touching yesterday here. The damage is maximum, and the state administration has already told yesterday to the people to vacate the area because of the flood was they were just crossing this area. The Chenab river level has also come down, and yesterday it was around 50 feet. No, today it is 32 feet in the Chenab River. These both rivers, this Tavi River and the Chenab River touching in the Aknoor area goes to the Pakistan. There is a maximum damage in Pakistan also. Yesterday, all 4 bridges were closed down because of the flood was touching the bloods, and government has already told the people not to move towards the villages, these areas, because of the casualty can take. But today, the Chief Minister Umrullah has already declared that 110 people have died, and it will increase more than 150. So the rescue operation has started, and relief will be given to the people, and all people have been alerted to go outside the Tavi River and Chenab River. Ashwini Kumar for Headlines Today in Jammu.